time now to talk business with our partners 2 Degrees. As New Zealand makes it easier for wealthy investors to shift here, the US is pushing up the cost of a visa for high-skilled tech workers. Garth Bray joins us from Business Desk at least. So Garth, I mean, the US economy is heavily based on the tech sector and AI right now. So why is Trump whacking them with this visa charge?
Yeah, right. This one was one that broke just sort of more or less Friday and over the weekend. It's the H-1B visa that they pretty much say Silicon Valley runs on. This is how they get highly skilled scientists, engineers, coders from all around the world to come and be there. And he's talking about sticking a $100,000 US charge, 170 grand basically to do this. There's like 400,000 of these visas a year rolling over or coming in, 140,000 a year coming in. I guess the bottom line is they're trying to make America great again, so they're trying to make them hire more American workers. But the problem is that AI and these kind of high-tech industries that are at the top of the market, that basically Kiwis are invested in if they're holding ETFs that are invested in the US share market or anything like that. A lot of Kiwis now hold Nvidia or Meta stocks through their Kiwi savers. They're all saying, crikey, this is going to cost us like 14, 15 billion a year to roll these things over. It's also further down the train, your startups, the people that then sort of create businesses that those businesses buy up. They're saying this is going to kneecap us. I guess, so there's a lot of reaction to this, but the positive part, I suppose, is if we're looking at how we're attracting wealthy investors to come here now, maybe some of them are going to start to look at places like New Zealand and going, why don't we grow the business here rather than try and set it up in the US, where these continual kind of risks that the administration is going to jump in and drive up the cost of trying to start a business here.
Yeah, but I mean, surely those policies, I mean, are going to really sort of backfire on Trump, aren't they? I mean, hardly be popular.
Bit of taco there, maybe. You can imagine that Trump always chickens out. They'll probably push back with some legal challenges to this. They'll find a way around it, you'd imagine, but it's just probably a slightly worrying sign that things are a bit less predictable in the US at the moment, and businesses might be looking at more stable countries like New Zealand or, other places to sort of do what they do.
Yeah, well, let's hope so anyway. Airport chaos as big tech companies call employees back urgently.
Yeah, well, this was part of that same thing. There was a bit of a scramble at the airports in the US as they sort of called all these workers back in to say, hey, make sure you're back in New Zealand, back in America, in case this charge takes effect much more soon, and you need to be back on deck. So I mean, I don't know. It was pretty quiet over the weekend, even though we had the school holidays running through. It's whereas in the US it's a slightly different picture. Yeah.
Now there's some big news about a deal to sell a big chunk of the freezing works operator to an Irish company. So what's happening at Alliance?
Alliance, it's a big cooperative, red meat, farmer-owned cooperative that processes a lot of red meat. They're basically in trouble. They haven't paid sort of a dividend apart from loyalty payments and so on for about 10 years, and they need to refinance about $200 million worth of debt towards the end of this year. The Irish company Dawn Meats has come in and said, hey, we'll offer you $250 million for 65% of it. You'd still have a chunk. So Northington, which is this, they do independent reports on these kinds of deals. They've come out with their report at the end of last week, and our Riley Kennedy has been across that and talked about how this could be a great deal. This could actually, the report suggests that basically you would see a company that would maybe be able to pay dividends out of this, whereas at the moment they're a company that probably will struggle to do anything but pay its interest bill based on what it's earning. So I guess the message there from that report is, hey, it's your money, farmers, but if you want to have a future, this might be the deal that you've got to take. It'll be a lot of interesting school holiday reading for them, I suspect.
Plenty of holiday reading, thanks. Garth Bray, thanks so much for joining us on the program this morning. And that's Garth Bray from Business Desk, and we talk business every day with our partners 2 Degrees.